song is that?
It's one of those. One of those tracks lying around. One of those. It's. I'm actually playing a project. It's
Stuff you do in your sleep. Okay, fine, cool. I understand that.
Very, very, very old project.
So how do we do this? Our first time. We're probably gonna mess it up, but
yeah,
this is our first time. So whoever is listening in or watching, welcome to the Master Bus podcast. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Finally, I get to do this with you, bro.
Yo,
let's do it.
It's been a long time coming.
It's been a long time coming.
They say analysis paralysis is real.
It's real.
We were supposed to do this, I think, 2 years ago?
Well, maybe a year, not 2 years ago.
Remember COVID?
Yeah.
COVID took about two years, yeah.
2 years.
So,
yeah.
Anyway,
Every time I hear that word COVID, like, it just brings a certain feeling.
Yeah. But
do you think it's a new normal now? Remember that phrase was like the phrase.
Yeah, but to me now it sounds like it's in the past.
Yeah,
and it's something that will tell our grandkids
that something happened.
Yeah,
and the whole world stopped.
The world stopped.
Anyway, welcome to the Master Bus. This is a podcast about everything creative. We're going to be hosting me and Benon Mugumbya. My name is Steve Keys. We're going to be hosting, who are we going to be hosting, Benon? Creatives.
Artists.
Yeah.
Music producers.
Yeah.
Sound engineers.
Movie directors.
Whoever's creative.
Writers, whether it's script writers or songwriters.
Especially people in our industry, in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so our main goal is to kind of give people a picture of what happens behind the scenes and like what kind of work goes into creating, say, a song from scratch, where there's nothing, no single letter is written, no melody, no nothing, to a full song that you listen to in a club or in your car, and you really fall in love with it. And
what's that process like?
Exactly, and to a point where it gets an emotion out of you. What kind of work goes into that? So we're going to be looking into all that, like even for movies, whether it's for anyone who is...
And also get to know what kind of people are these.
Like on a personal level.
Yeah, get to know what's...
Are they really posers or it's just the lights?
Yeah, are they snobs? Are they... What's their typical day like?
Yeah, what time do they go to sleep?
There are some people who think we come to work and we're just blasting music in the office and just having fun.
But sometimes we have review meetings.
Yo.
Status review meetings.
Man.
I know.
Yeah, so we go through all the...
I guess it's like it ties into, art has to be tied together with what? What is that? Is that science? Like, you have to know how to be serious. Because
accountability.
Accountability. Because some people think that art is about being unserious, just, playing around. Yeah. Which is kind of true, but not entirely true. Like, you have to be accountable to yourself.
I guess, that balance helps elevate the art.
Yeah.
Usually that other side of the art, takes the fun out of it.
Yeah.
But it's important.
It's important. Yeah, for the business. Anyway, welcome whoever is watching or listening in. My name is Steve Keys and
Benon Mugumbya, man. Yeah, for a long time I struggled to find a cool name.
So now it's not Benon and Vampus.
Oh, because some people still call me Benon and Vampus. Hi, Benon and Vampus.
Yeah, because Vampus is
kakati kabenoni ke katini kakati guvampino gwegudiyokune.
I find that so funny.
Yeah, I mean, some people were real convinced that because this Vampino sounds big.
So, but what do you do? Who are you? For those, I mean, it's unlikely that the listeners don't know you, but for those who maybe listening
but
in from
guess-
some place in the world.
Guess what? There are a lot of people that don't know me, and that's cool. And,
Yeah.
you know, I hate to assume.
That everybody
So
knows.
that's why usually when I meet somebody, I introduce myself,
Yeah.
and there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, like I said, I am Benon Mugumbya.
That's your official name.
Mhm.
That's right.
The name in the Ndagamuntu. I usually don't know how to answer this question, by the way, because I end up talking about what I do. But it's because what I do is me.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just an assignment. It's just
It's
you
not.
love it.
It does not feel like a job. So yeah, I am producer, singer, songwriter,
Yeah.
director. Yeah, I like to think that I'm a positive guy. Yeah, I love positivity. I love good energy. Yeah, that's me.
That's it.
Probably I'm leaving out a lot of stuff.
I should have probably have gone first because then I'm going to be like I'm bringing it down by.
Yes, who is Steve Keys? I know you as Chigozi.
Yeah, Chigozi is my surname. That's in my IDs. But my friends call me Steve Keys because I play the keys. So,
and not just play, but
I
play.
play the keys because
you
my
bring
friend,
the house down.
One of my friend called Michael Uma, with his friends while they were trying to identify which Steve he was talking about. Oh, I was with Steve, blah, blah, blah. Which Steve? The one who plays keys. So that's how the name Steve Keys came about. I'm a singer, a songwriter. I'm a music producer. I know you're a movie and music video producer and all that. I'm a music producer. I produce songs. I'm a mixing engineer, without the mixing degree, but I do.
Okay, the degree is from the streets.
Yeah,
and usually that is the legit.
You know
one.
what I mean? So I mix songs, but I love people. I laugh a lot, I'm told. Then I'm also very strict.
You waste a lot of time laughing.
I waste a lot of time.
Yeah, in studio.
It's part of art, bro. No?
Sometimes it's unnecessary.
So I should change myself because I'm talking about who I am.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
No, I mean, should I change myself and stop laughing?
No. we all need a bit of that.
Anyway, yeah. So I'm playful at times. At times I'm very serious. What else? I'm a Christian. I like sports, mostly basketball. I like watching and playing basketball. That's who I am. Yeah, I'm not a very.
That's Steve Keys, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Yeah. So, tell me something. How did you get here? How did you end up here?
I woke up, got into my car, and
No, I don't
drove
mean
here.
today. I mean,
So, oh my goodness.
I know.
Yeah, you see, there are a lot of dots that have happened in my life, and most of those dots, when I look back, were very pivotal to where I am right now. Like, I'll give you an example. Had I not have gone to Namaste
College.
Namaste College. For those that don't know, Namaste was or is, I don't know if it still exists, but it was one of those schools that were about education, not just in the classroom, but the other stuff, the sports.
We used to
the
know
music.
them about. we used to know them for dancing.
Yes, dance, drama, chess. So me going to that school has a lot to do with
What did
where
you
I
learn
am.
there?
So in fact, you might all be O level. So okay, a
that's
funny
fine.
story.
So this is the juice.
In Deje,
Let's hear this.
in Deje SS.
But you know, this is the funny thing. Before you even start that story, is because we were in the same school, and we talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't think that you and I ever spoke to each other.
No.
In school, we never did. But we knew
No.
each other.
In fact, after the moment I'm going to talk about, I
Yeah.
resented you a little bit. You were that kid. So one time, I used to rap.
Okay.
And then, so one time during the end of year school dance,
Entertainment. Whatever that thing
I
is.
grabbed the mic.
Yeah.
Yo,
And you
I
brought
thought
the
I
house
did my
down.
thing. I thought I did my thing.
No, you were
Dr.
really good.
Dre, you
Yeah.
know, right on up. So get up,
Yeah.
get a move on, I get your groove on. It's the DRE, the spectacular in a party. Go for your Mexico. Hey,
Hey,
yo.
you killed it.
And then this kid walks in from S1,
I was
Shabe Lauze.
exactly.
Ay. What rap did you do?
It was
Some Timbaland stuff.
Timbaland and Magoo. Love to love ya, love ya, love ya. I don't even remember the words, but it was the song then.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was not a good look for me. But anyway,
No, for the record, I ended up winning that rap
yeah,
contest, whatever it was. But also because I was young
Yeah.
and I was likable, and I was in S1, I was a new
Uh-huh.
kid. They were like, "Oh, he's cute" and all that. So
yeah.
every time I got the mic to rap, the
And I remember the MC was like, "No. I think let's
Do it again.
Let's do it again."
yeah,
Because he was shocked that everyone was, rocking for you.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
So you
it was
hated-
a
so you
bit-
hated me.
Yeah, low key.
That's funny, but 'cause
Yeah.
now it's funny that we've ended up in the same
Man.
place.
you know they say God is a comedian. So anyway, I was very much interested in music, but in Deje, it felt like I was a misfit.
Yeah.
Because it was a very serious school.
More
you know,
about it's
yeah.
called academics.
yeah,
Yeah.
books, good grades, you
Yeah.
know, which is good and fine. And then when I joined Namaste, and people, what got around that I could sing, instantly
The flower was watered.
yeah, and so what happened, because Namasagali used to have school productions every year, school plays, and they were a big deal.
Yeah.
And we will go on tour. So that year, they were looking for somebody who could sing with Juliana.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Juliana Kanyomozi?
Yes.
Bro.
And there was no guy that could do a duet with her. And, I joined the school.
Uh-huh.
And I did the part. And because I didn't have an understudy, so an understudy is somebody
Someone
that
who's
can
learning from you.
that can say, for example, if you're the lead role in the play,
Mm-hmm.
and you fall sick, there's somebody
Yeah.
like a substitute.
Yeah.
So because my part was singing, I didn't have an understudy.
Mm.
So I was exempted from all the school chores like
Yeah.
slashing, cleaning. I was treated like a king. So I'm like, okay.
I like this. I like this new life.
This is cool. This is cool. But anyway, but also watching Juliana progress and seeing how
Was she in school then?
Yes, she was in school, but she took music so serious. Like she was the kind of girl who would not talk to you because you missed rehearsals.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I'm like, come on, man, we're just having fun.
Yeah.
We're just singing. And then later on that year, that's when they released the album IJ, the album she did
with Irene.
with Irene. And at school they played the full album at the assembly. So that was a light bulb moment. I was like, you know what, I think I can also do music. I would want to have my own songs, and you know, so yeah, the seed was planted. And then still in the same school, I met the crazy man Vampos, who later we became like brothers, you know. And
I guess it just clicked.
Yeah,
like you had the same.
So during vacation,
mindset.
like, you know what? Why don't we start recording music? Let's have our own songs. We started performing together. But later on in life, I developed more love for producing music, because man, back then, being a performing artist was also very, very difficult.
Yeah.
I keep telling the Azawis that at times it was us, the performers, who paid to perform.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was
because
tough.
you loved it so much, and you know that's how bad
You
wanted
invested
the
not just the
opportunity.
time but the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like, man, it's a hustle, and there are no guarantees on making it, and yet I felt like this was a job, and you could it was earning me a stable income.
And that's during the time where parents really thought that singing is for losers. Like if you've failed in life, then you can try singing.
True.
That's it. Yeah. That's during that time. That must have been tough.
Very tough. And I'm really grateful that my mom let me do my thing back then.
I've met your mom. She's really funny.
Oh, she's
cool.
Sweet. She's sweet. Yeah. So in a nutshell, of course, I've been jumping things around. Yeah. But one thing led to the other. Another very pivotal moment for me was when I played. So my very first job during my senior 6 vacation, I worked at an internet cafe. So I had access to internet. I would download software. This was back in the days of Napster and LimeWire. I bet none of these guys know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what that is.
So it was like a file sharing software, and you could get whatever you wanted, from videos, music. So I downloaded Fruity Loops, taught myself Fruity Loops, started making beats. So one evening at DV8, I played some of my music to
that you created yourself.
Yeah. I played it for a friend of mine who I consider to also be a brother. That's Eddie Mpaji, who was starting a studio at that time called Good Enough Productions. So he listened to my music. He's like, "Yo, you can be a producer." And for me, that was my very first time somebody telling me, "You can be something. You can
actually live off of this."
And so he invited me to his studio. Taught me a lot. I learned a lot.
So you are self-taught everything.
I
know people don't like that.
The very basic stuff.
Yeah.
But he taught me, so many things.
Yeah.
The different DAWs. From Cubase.
Yeah.
He used Reason. And also using the bigger stuff, the gear. I'm trying to remember the desk that he had. It was the Marquis. I've forgotten the actual.
And because the reason I'm asking you this question is because imagine coming from, let's say, a YouTube junkie, and someone who's so invested into, like, who's so curious about the heaviest kick that is on the market and what snare is hitting, right? to now I see you doing master classes. You know what I mean? Like those are sort of like two different worlds.
Yeah.
Now they bring you, I look at master classes as, you're trying to tell people, no, like it's not even as serious as you think it is.
Yeah.
It's very simple. That's what I see master class. So now you come from this kid who is like, aggressive about everything you do. And now you come to a point where, because I also, I keep thinking about how you transition from like as being a studio rat to into film now, or videos or movies or whatever you want to call it. And then now I don't know, but now I feel like your curiosity is going to go beyond what lens, what camera, what blah blah blah, into another space. I feel like this is not the destination. You're still evolving into something much bigger.
It's because I think I fall in love with transitioning.
Can you keep one woman for a very long time? Or you would get tired and be like, I need something new.
I think we'll get to that later.
Let's go. All right.
No, I think it comes a point where you outgrow certain things.
Okay. Because you used to sing and step on speakers.
Yeah,
jump.
But then
now you can't do that.
And then after some time, you feel like, okay, I don't think this music is me. Like I listened to a lot of the music we did back then. Like, oh, that sounds so cliche.
But it was banging. That's where you were in life.
Yeah. So we all grow, and I think I always love the next challenge, which is sometimes good, sometimes bad. But I think that has helped me progress.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And you, tell me, why you here? How did you end up here?
So I think mine is pretty straightforward. Not that yours wasn't, but you know what I mean? I've been singing for a long time in church. And most people in church used to tell me, oh, you could actually sing. Yeah, but I taught myself how to play piano in a very funny way.
Really?
So there was a neighbor of ours had a keyboard that died. My dad is an electrical engineer. So that they brought it to our house for my dad to fix it. And then he ended up not picking it for like 2 years. Wow. So I learned how to play keyboard on that keyboard. Wow. And after 2 years, he came and took it away. So to me, I felt like that was a God-given, period for me to actually learn how to play. Then from that point, I started playing keyboard or organ or piano in church for a very long time. Started singing, sang in the choir. And I sang in school with my friends. And then after my high school, I ended up not doing uni. I didn't do uni, but that's a whole different story. Probably not for the master bus. But, but at some point in 2011, before 2011, probably around 2008, I got curious about music production. I don't know how it started, but I felt like I wanted to record my own music. I wanted to get into it. So I taught myself how to use Logic 6 then, which could actually work on Windows. Before it went to Logic 7, I think, when they shifted from, they ended up making it only Mac. Then after that, in 2011, I joined Janzi Band when it was starting.
Wow.
That was like my first professional. That's how long ago was that? 12 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's when I started like performing commercially, I should say, like making money off of my singing. And then after playing in Janzi for 2 years, I then evolved, which we all love to do, into my own brand, which is now Steve Keys. And started playing at a club in Bugalobi called Gatomato
Gatomato.
for 5 solid years every Tuesday. I think in all the 5 years we only missed like 4 Tuesdays.
Wow.
Yeah, in all the 5 years, I think just about 4 Tuesdays. But we were there you were sure to find us there every Tuesday. So I was performing there, but during that whole time, I got a bit of recognition from people like you, Swangz Avenue. So Swangz Avenue invited me to do shows like, when was the first Roast and Rhyme?
2016.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's much later though. But I used to see you guys around. You know, I knew a few of you. I
would come and sometimes jam.
Yeah, yeah. So we knew each other, but we weren't like really acquainted or whatever that word is.
My very first time to see you perform, you might not know this.
I probably don't.
Was at what's that hotel? Emin Pasha.
Emin Pasha.
During the Quella days.
Yeah.
So yeah, Quella was performing, and then you came with your. I think you got a guitar from Joe or somebody.
Yeah.
And you've Mr. Jailer.
I did Jailer.
I'm like, wait a minute, this is that cowboy from
that I don't like.
Yeah. Yeah, and you sounded really amazing. Like, oh. Then later on, I started seeing you
around
the
city. So I started playing at different places, corporate functions and weddings and stuff like that. And then, for a very long time now, 2020.
Which means you're old, huh?
No, I've been around for a bit. I'll tell you that right now. I've been around for a bit.
But the fact that you're my OB and we
but
were,
Benon,
so it means that you're also very old.
Let's put this on the record.
I'm from before.
Yeah, but I was like 5 years under you. So
no.
Okay, 4 years.
No.
Yes. I was in S1 and you were in S4.
Okay.
So you've seen more days.
Like 3. But we're in the same age range.
No, we're not. You're in another floor, and I'm still in another floor.
Okay,
so
let's not go there.
Anyway,
come on.
It's competitive. Sorry, it's competitive between me and you. But yeah, we'll come to the part where you've won more accolades than I have. But I'm okay with that because I'm going to win bigger accolades. I know that. Okay. Facts. Anyway. Yeah, so 2020... So Swangz was giving me some work. I was working at home, obviously, because of COVID. Yeah, and then I think 2021, I started working with Swangz Avenue as a in-house producer. And it's been a good journey so far. Great
amazing,
music.
Amazing. And
yeah.
For me, sorry to cut you short, but I feel like God's timing is really amazing.
So
hadn't we worked with you, I don't think we would have
considered
the nice music and the sound of Azawi.
Yeah.
You know,
blessings.
So the way things are put together
it's
really
magical. The world really brings things together.
I really pay attention to a lot of those things. Sometimes it might seem small, but I appreciate them.
Yeah.
Like you can meet somebody very random in a very random place, but later on, you end up realizing that, I need this project to be done.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I met a guy who does. Yeah. And
it's
and
amazing.
Boom, yeah.
So I've had fun, and it's been such a growing time for me ever since I came to Swangz Avenue, like understanding how the business works.
Yeah.
Like I've learned a lot about how the industry works, which I think on this channel we want to bring into light for people to understand, because so many people, talented people out there, don't know. They feel like you just go to studio, record a song, it's very nice, and then you post it everywhere. or you distribute it everywhere, and then next day you wake up and you have 1 million calls. Sometimes it works like that, but not always. Actually, most of the times it won't work like that.
Unfortunately.
So it's like working with different artists. I was good doing my own stuff in my own room, mixing my own songs, writing. But now, working with different artists, mixing a whole album, and working with different companies on different, ads or jingles or whatever they call those things. It's been a totally different experience for me, and so this is where I am right now, and I'm still growing. I don't know if like you, I would grow into film or I don't know. I haven't
you never know.
I never know.
Let me ask you something. Is it more pressure? Because I've listened to all your albums. Is it more pressure working or mixing your own music or for somebody else? Because it's different. It's
so hanging around you guys has changed my attitude towards that. Because I used to have a lot of pressure mixing my own stuff because I wanted to sound so good and very impressive. But art sometimes is not about that. It's about emotion. Some of the things that you might think are rough, people end up falling in love with those same things.
Yeah, because they were genuine and
exactly, they were genuine.
The right emotion.
Yeah. So now I'm learning so much to put the pressure off my shoulders and just let the emotion rule, because that's what the people connect to. If the song is sad, it needs to make them cry. If the song is happy, it needs to make them jump and put their hands up. So that's why I'm learning to let myself just allow for, what do they say about the gut? Trust it.
Trust it. Listen to it, and
that's it. It's getting me. So I put my own flavor to the music. But to answer your question, I don't know. I guess I still feel a little bit of pressure mixing my own music. I feel less pressure mixing other people's music, to be honest. Unless I have a deadline. Maybe that's the pressure I would talk about.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. So you've there's something you've mentioned, and I've just remembered. For me, because I know you're most times you're very technical and you love explaining things and but half the time when I was starting up, I didn't know anything. I was just enjoying myself.
The feeling,
I remember there's a time, I think I had just, Blue 3 had just released Where You Are. It sounded amazing. And I was just doing my basic stuff.
Yeah.
And I received a phone call from Nicholas from First Love Studio.
Yeah. That guy is talented.
Oh, he's amazing.
We need to bring him on the show.
Yeah, this show is all about them.
Is mad talented.
So he calls me and is like, "Yo, tell me what compressor do you use and what ratio?" He was getting very mad scientific with me.
Yeah.
And I was a guy who just slaps on presets, and I'm like, oh my God, I need to do some homework, But for me, I feel like that helped me a lot because I didn't know most of these things, and I was just enjoying myself and having a good time.
I guess
until
that's very important.
Sometimes,
I guess you need the balance because the technical. Because sometimes you need to do something very particular.
Yeah.
So if you don't know the technical side in that case, then you've killed it.
I have a lot. There were a lot of songs that that didn't come out right, and actually nowadays I go to my old projects and I'm like, God damn, what was I doing here?
Yeah.
Look at
what's
look
that
at
mess?
the EQ,
bro. I always want to go back and remix all my songs. I'm like, what was that? That sounds like trash. Let me ask you a very difficult question. It's a trick question. Very difficult. I guarantee you. What's the biggest song you've ever produced? People are listening. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh man. And when you say big, As in a song that blew up, or a song that for me I feel
blew
like
up, that was
blew
big.
up.
Yeah.
I think Mr. DJ.
Really?
Or Kumiro Mkwano. Between those two, I think.
You think so?
Yeah.
Whistle. Did you produce that Whistle song?
No, that was just Jose.
Who did? What's the song? But so in your opinion, Mr. DJ is the what?
But not my favorite though.
What's your favorite song?
I did a lot of songs that even up to now I still listen to, but you know, I don't even think they're out there. I did a lot of songs for Babaluku. This guy, I don't know.
We're gonna get him on the show.
We need to get him on the show. I found his music very. I could
conscious.
Relate. Yeah, very conscious. I could relate with the lyrics, with what was saying, and also for me, even up to now, I love to produce a song, and I always want the emotional side of the song to come out.
Yeah.
So they're the kind of songs. This guy, 90% is rapping in Luganda, but you know, regardless of who is listening, they'll go, "Oh, what is he saying?"
So what's the title of that one song?
So there's a song called Nchali Wo.
Okay.
I'm still here.
Is it on Apple Music?
I don't know. You know,
is it on YouTube?
It should be. Babaluku is the kind of guy
I'll try
who,
to find it.
yeah, you end up being frustrated. You're like, yo, you have very nice music. Why don't you put it out there for the people? Mwana Benon, you know. They're those type of artists.
What's your favorite Benon Mugumbya song?
Yeah.
That's the.
Come on.
That's the biggest. Is that the biggest?
It's the big. I think it opened doors for us. I mean, we traveled the world because of that song.
Okay.
But I think it's like if I ask you the same. Do you have a favorite song?
I don't know. Not that I can think of right now.
Yeah,
I think True Love. My song called True Love should be my favorite song. That it's very emotional. It came from a very deep place. I love it.
Okay, for me, I think it depends on how I'm feeling and the mood.
Yeah.
And maybe sometimes I have songs that I can never get tired of listening to, like Hope, because it speaks to me, and it's a kind of song that that energizes me to, you know,
pumps you up.
Yeah.
Inspires you.
Inspires me, and
I get
it's
I
really
can tell what you're saying from your face.
Yeah.
So
I actually have, I never talk about my music.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So thank you very much for today. Today was an introductory. Is that a word?
Kinda.
Episode of the show, the Master Bus.
So the hosts were hosting the show.
Yeah, so the hosts were hosting themselves for the first episode. I think this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I really want to deep dive into some of those things, like the process, like how was it like producing Mr. DJ, like what was the process, like how was it recording songs then, how is it if you're working on any new things, you know, blah 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 blah, you know. So we're gonna be,
guess what,
yeah,
you just reminded me. I've recorded people that probably you would not even imagine. I've recorded Jimmy Katumba.
What?
You know Jimmy Katumba?
Yeah, that's an icon.
Yeah, and I've also recorded. I need to hide my face. General Eddie. Yeah, some of those songs that were all over social media. Yeah.
No, but there's this thing about you. I think people gravitate so much to the stuff that you've done. Like for someone to actually trust you and say, "This is the guy I want to work with." I think it's pretty impressive. I think you've done a good job.
Trying. Anyway, we need to end the show.
Yeah, this was the first episode. We probably messed it up, but it's going to be fun. We had fun talking about this. Some of the things we've talked about right now, we've never talked about.
Yeah.
Like you and I. But I'm glad that,
I did know that.
the way we saw each other. I can't say we met each other because we didn't really meet. In school. But and now we ended up together and we're working together and it's so much fun. I'm really thankful for that.
I think you're a good guy. You're a cool guy.
Please record this. I need to keep this on record because I don't get it. When Benon says that about you, you better keep it. But thank you so much.
I don't say it enough.
Bro, like we all know that you're the hardest Mugumbya guy.
We're out of here. It's Master Bus.
This is the Master Bus podcast.
The first episode. And
please look out for the next episode, and we'll let you know pretty soon who we're going to be bringing on the show.
Yeah.
We're out. Peace out.
Hey.